brand new banger.
It's Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit on Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
Randall Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? And I steal the question from Cabs.
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo. It is Tuesday night, and that's Knucklehead Comics. We all here in the building, ready to get down to the nitty and the fucking gritty. No Diddy. Why is Ray frozen? That could just be Mitty.
I'm frozen.
And
He's not frozen.
He froze on my end, but that could
Was
just
that
be
just
me,
that still?
Because we're in Studio 2.3 and ain't nothing to see. But anyway, we rhyming, we on time, and we got a hell of a lot of reviews, and not enough shoes to put our feet in. So with that being said, good night, everybody. And there goes Show. That's why we call him Show. It's not Show enough anymore. It's just Show. He's gonna show and leave. Show face and leave. He come in here for a plate, and he gonna boogie after he gets his food.
You want some empanadas? I got empanadas.
If that's how the nomenclature works, we have to rename him Show and Tell. That way it actually show up and tell us some goddamn things.
Him no talkie. No talkie enchilada.
Oh,
But anyway, yeah, but all right, so listen, the reviews that we got are as follows. The Dragon Ball Z Spineless 7201. We got
Hold on. Up. Wait, say it again. I just thought of something. Say it again.
We got the Dragon Ball Z Spineless 7201.
Lockdown.
That's right. We got the Penguin.
Lockdown.
We got Agatha all alone.
Lockdown.
We got Terrifier 1 and 2.
Lockdown. Legend of Vox Machina.
No, I'm looking at this. Excited to join the next stream. Stay with us now. Yeah, you ain't gotta wait. We started. We just started. You can stay with us now. Don't worry about your Discord.
So you too can be
Locked down. That's right. We got the Legend of Ex Machina, Amazon show about the Dungeons and Dragons for
all that.
yeah.
Down.
We got some news for the day.
Also, don't forget, man, Thanksgiving. I saw that
Thanksgiving. The movie Thanksgiving.
Oh, y'all finally saw it? Hey, now we can talk about it.
He saw it.
Hey.
I'm still on the waiting list.
God damn it. Well, me and fucking Cat will talk about it because yeah, I like that you're watching horror because now it's my favorite
he's been watching horror.
I just didn't have the time before.
Well, now we can talk about it.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Should we get into the bad news?
Lockdown. Oh.
So what's the bad news?
The bad news is it has been reported that screenings for Captain America Brave New World has been done. Test screenings.
Okay.
They showed they showed two different versions. People who showed up either got a red band or a green band. And both versions, people were saying that the movie's not good.
Oh shit.
And this is with the new footage and shit that they shot. So it's not like they're seeing an old cut.
So Seth Rollins was not the reason they were tanking.
Yes. Yes. They trust Seth Rollins.
They didn't give specifics, so
it was Seth Rollins. But yeah, it was Seth Rollins. I'm pretty sure it was Seth Rollins. 127%.
But that doesn't bode well for this movie.
Why? Well, has there ever been a movie that didn't bomb for Marvel in the test screenings?
I don't remember too many of the test screenings being publicized. Even if the test screening was good, it wasn't publicized. Which
I don't think Guardians did bad. Huh? I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy did bad on the test screenings. I remember that was one of those that they put out too that was actually.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Marvel, if the test screenings were good for Marvel movies, we'd hear about it all the time. Which leads me to believe that whenever you hear about a test screening, is probably true. Maybe not as bad as they're saying, but more than likely true.
Okay.
Now, here's the real question. Has there ever been a movie that is tested bad that came out and was actually good? Because that I don't think so.
The two movies we're going to talk about today.
Oh,
well, so there's a caveat there. There's a difference when a movie is made for a specific reason and fans just are not with that reason. You can still find entertainment.
I know. I was like, because both the Terrifier series and Thanksgiving got low ratings on the test screenings. So,
but to be fair, the versions they saw probably are not the ones we got in the theater.
Oh no, definitely not.
The movie we was watching today, show.
That shit was crazy.
And he only saw a little bit of it.
All right, so which is there any other news, or should we start getting into some of these? Well,
let me see. Hold up, we got plenty of news.
Is there anything? Is Blade ever coming?
Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
only when you speak though.
I'll put some cheap headphones on.
No, because we can hear the background too. But sorry. So Marvel reportedly has been really excited with an idea for Moon Knight season 2. Oscar Isaac is expected to return as the iconic character in the MCU. So they have an idea for part 2 of Moon Knight.
Yeah. Let's see if that actually comes to fruition.
Word. And then Chris Evans will reportedly reprise his role as the Human Torch in the future MCU project. I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of those
Why?
what should have been Multiverse of Madness was, where there's going to just be a bunch of, like, you know, Deadpool versus Wolverine, but a bunch of them. You know, like, you know, it's like, oh, it worked for Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah. Don't make it cheesy, though.
Yeah. Okay.
We already seen him skinned alive. What else can you do with this guy?
He's just gonna keep dying, isn't he?
Probably.
They're bringing him back to kill him again.
Oh, get this.
What's up?
People don't realize this. I think I was the first one to discover it. And if you heard this before, it's because I went back in time and told ya.
Oh, shit.
In Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness,
Yep.
when he meets the Illuminati,
Mm-hmm.
he makes a reference. Fantastic Four, weren't you guys a 1960s cover band?
Yeah, weren't you big in the 60s, he said.
And the Fantastic Four is going to take place in a futuristic 60s. So, foreshadowing anyone?
Okay. Could it have been foreshadowing? Possible. Was it more likely that they just referenced the comic book and then the new writer and director of this movie said, well, we'll set it like the comic book? Probably. This is more the answer.
No. You have foreshadowings, and I just gave you 4.
No,
They
I
knew.
refuse to believe that anybody who worked on the madness of the Paintverse was that clever.
They knew. They knew then, and they did nothing. So you're welcome, Screen Junkies. We have another 6 episodes of multi-theory madness of the it should have been Baron Zemo or Dormammu. Wait, what's her name?
Huh?
What was the guy that they kept saying in WandaVision?
Mephisto.
Mephisto,
Yeah.
there you go. Mephisto made them in the 60s.
Yo,
I'm more
every
rapping
time-
news. Okay.
Just on a side tangent. Every time I hear Dormammu, I just want to be like, Dormammu's so fat.
How fat is he?
That bitch sat next to everybody in the classroom.
So, more news. Stephen James, do you know who that is?
It sounds familiar.
I don't know who that is. I can look him up. Let's look him up.
What does he do?
How you got news with somebody that you don't know?
I'm about to tell you. Let me just.
I said, how he got news about somebody he don't know?
I know everything now. Shut up. He is. Okay. He was the guy who headlined Race. He was in 21 Bridges, I think, as one of the crooked cops. He was in a bunch of other stuff. He is heading the race to play Jon Stewart's Green Lantern.
Oh, okay. The dude who I thought was Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
All right, that's not bad.
And Kyle Chandler has already been casted for Hal Jordan.
Yeah, that we knew. I think last week we said that. That's not bad. I can see this dude as John.
They gotta cut his hair a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, just give him a more militaristic look and feel. He did pretty good in 21 Bridges.
That movie was good by itself, yeah. All right. One other thing, rumor, Marvel Studios is
tell me
moving
he don't look like Kid Cudi though.
Yeah, he does. The rumor is Marvel Studios is moving forward with the R-rated projects. Images shown 2 of the rumored projects, and the Midnight Suns movie may be rated R. There is also an untitled movie that will be rated R. So we got Mephisto, Ghost Rider, and Midnight Suns.
Yo, you know how Cabs is the one who's most likely to just show up to a Marvel movie regardless, right?
Yes.
If you make an R-rated Midnight Suns and or Ghost Rider, I will be there no matter how bad the MCU has gotten at that point.
Well, Ray told me, because he's muted.
Yeah, I was like, you have a ticket sold already.
Yeah, that's right. Ray told me that if they come out with the R-rated Midnight Suns, not only will he see the movie at midnight, but he will bring 2 of his lucky sons with him.
Ooh.
At random.
Is that why he got the hat?
Yep.
Yo, Cap, even if it does better. Wait a minute. What the fuck happened?
Yo, my man was in the middle of a sentence.
Now he
I
knows
was
how
gonna
to
say,
do
who's here? Who's here? I was gonna say, even if it's as bad as Joker 2.
I mean, I wouldn't know that until I showed up and sat in the theater. So yeah.
Hey, you could walk out once halfway through. You noticed.
Now,
If a movie makes me walk out,
yeah,
I'm getting my money and souls back. I'm gonna turn into the Ghost Rider and collect souls.
I heard that Joker 2 had people walking out, bro.
Bro, I could have told you that shit was gonna be. I think we did tell you as Ray turns off his camera because he's too shy to admit when a movie's garbage. I think I did tell you. I think what over here, aka Cap, told you this movie was gonna suck based off of the story, that it was a musical, and I saw something in the second trailer that said to me, this ain't it. This ain't it, player. Go back in your bag of tricks and shut the fuck up. And I think one of the things that inadvertently hurt the Joker was the fact that our glittering Batman is still Batman, and they haven't recasted him yet. He's like Aaron Rodgers. Sounded good. Preseason looked good. Movie came out. Not another. You fired the coach. Fired Batman. Get him the fuck out of here. Joker 2 should never been made. Tell him, Ray.
He didn't do bad as Batman.
He did bad as everything else, though.
Nah, the real reason why
he was a detective that couldn't detect. He was a rich man that had poor technology. He was the Reaper of Revenge that just beat up fucking homeless kids that were in a gang. He gave a cat woman milk.
Yeah, that was vital to the story. That milk was vital to the story.
Yo, he needed to solve the riddle of a thumb being cut off, connected to a shift thumb drive. Nigga, just put the USB stick in the center console. We would have found it. There was a detective with him, Commissioner Gordon. He'd have found it. Trust me. World's smartest man don't know what a fucking carpet tool is.
Or what the rata means. I feel like you could put 2 and 2 together a little too easy.
Well, I mean, when you're not bilingual.
You made me think of another question. If they canceled one Catwoman because I don't know what it was whack. What's up, brother? Why they couldn't do that with Joker 2? And how bad was Batwoman? Was it Batwoman? What was it they canceled? Remember? Batgirl. How bad was Batgirl that they canceled it and they didn't cancel Joker?
Here's the thing. They canceled that because it was a woman lead. If the Joker was a woman, they'd have canceled this movie.
Nah, well, here's the real answer. They didn't cancel it because the first one made over $1 billion. It was the highest grossing rated R movie ever. Won an Oscar for Joaquin Phoenix. You bring back the same director, the same lead actor, the same writer. You add Lady Gaga. You put in some new elements. Why would this movie fail? And from everything I know, it failed because even the director admitted it. He didn't like the response that people had towards Arthur Fleck in the first one. He was baffled by how everybody championed him and was like on his side. So this essentially was the no. This is not the guy we root for movie. And when you have people who, it's like Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder wins the Intercontinental Championship of WrestleMania. You're like, oh, they're finally doing something with him. And then on Monday they remind you, nope, this is not the dude you fucking cheer for. We gave him something that was for him, not for you.
You know what? You know what the crazy shit is? That director has never seen The Dark Knight. Has never seen Freddy Krueger, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason Voorhees. Never seen any of them. I say this because Heath Ledger's Joker was championed. He's still championed to this day. He was the best part of that movie, people say. Freddy Krueger, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, and Jason have fucking franchises off of them. People dress up for them, dress up as them for Halloween.
I did it.
They remake that movie every 20 years. Every Halloween, they show a marathon of those movies because they love those characters. If this guy really was a good writer, a good director, he would have taken the heat from Joaquin Phoenix being the Joker and everyone loving him and made him in this movie change, give him a hero to go against, and actually turn him into a sadistic motherfucker that he was supposed to be. And then made him the real Joker and be like, nah, son, this motherfucker. I was with him until he did that to that dog. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but you're basing your judgment, which is correct, off of a comic book movie. Todd Phillips didn't make a comic book movie. Todd Phillips made a movie that was an analyzation and breakdown of the cult of personality and how pushing somebody too far can put them in a false position of idolship. Like the movie wasn't supposed to. You weren't supposed to walk out going, yo, Arthur Fleck is the fucking man. Anarchy in the streets, paint your face. You were supposed to go out, walk out of that movie, pretty much like I did, and be like, this sad piece of shit did what? Y'all let him do what? Because he painted his face? Half the shit he said wasn't fucking true. Like, that's the response you were supposed to have, or the movie was supposed to elicit.
Well, it's funny because that came out right before COVID. It was 2019. And around that time, that was when people were at the precipice of shit's going to change. You know, we just had money. We didn't have money handed to us at that point, but Trump was supposed to clear the swamp, all this other shit. Everybody was following that character that this man made that wasn't supposed to be followed. Everybody was following Trump. Trump was the living embodiment of the Joker. And then 2020 came, and we found out. Maybe the shit he's saying wasn't true, but someone is bending us over further than we're used to. And then not even leaving the money on the counter. They just leave. They're just walking out. You can't even be treated like a whore anymore. As Show walks the line.
What the fuck is he doing?
That's their brown mile. Everyone that had to take a shit in that building had to walk that mile. But yeah, I mean that's what it is. Like you're in the wrong era to be doing shit like this. because everybody feels one way or another that they're fucked over by something, that somebody's screwing them over, they're being held down by some shit. The American dream ain't real. You look left, you look right, something's happening. It's all a bunch of blame them, not us shit. But when you got a guy that is living the life that he could change at any moment, but he decides to blame other people, these people champion that.
And that was his problem. That's why this is now the reverse, and this is the opposite swing now.
And now there's a musical.
Which I usually like musicals, but yeah, this no.
This ain't no Fever Peach or whatever it's called.
Fever Peach.
What?
Fever Pitch or whatever.
Pitch Perfect.
There you go.
Because I was about to say, even Fever Pitch wasn't a musical. That was a baseball movie with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler, right?
No, I think that was with wasn't that with Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Fever Peach. No, it was Drew Barrymore and Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
What was the one with
Jesus, one of the very few Jimmy Fallon movies.
Yeah.
Yo, I forget he does movies, bro.
He did movies. I don't think he's been in one in.
Yo, Taxi was enough.
Taxi was a good movie. Yes, I'll give Taxi that. But
yo, Ray, we gotta talk about your taste in movies, bro.
Summer Catch.
You don't like Taxi, man? This will be.
Everlasting love. This will be. That's how he drive.
I think Cap will never take my thoughts on film ever seriously again.
You know what? You know what the fucked up thing about that
this
is?
Saturday when I go see part 3.
The fucked up thing about it is Queen Latifah was able to afford all that shit she did to her car.
Yep.
From riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
But she couldn't afford to stay the fuck out of somebody's business. Nope. God damn. Like, what the fuck? If she'd have stayed out of this nigga's business, they wouldn't have had to worry about nothing. She'd have been living her life.
Yep.
But nope. She had to mess up her relationship with Tyrone.
Yep.
I don't know. What was his name? That motherfucker was a model. And I don't know his name, but y'all should know him. If you know what I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about.
She could have been perfect, but now she had to keep bringing down the house.
Sure. Now she got to do the equalizer because she could have mind her own fucking business.
Yeah, I love how we both went to like other films. I was like, she brought down the house with her fucking partnership.
Yep, see?
Could have been on last holiday, but now she got to do the equalizer.
Word.
And if y'all caught what
Talk
we
to the
did.
hand. That's what Show's saying. Talk to the hand.
Yeah, Show's done with our corniness right now. He's done.
Look at that lifeline. That lifeline will go on for another 30 minutes.
Shit. And what was the name of that movie with her and Jada Pinkett Smith? Was they robbed the ship?
Oh, Set It Off.
Set it off. There you go. That's probably how she afforded the car.
Probably.
Word.
That's you know what it was? That was her as a Witsec. That's why she had to ride a bike.
Yep.
Also, because she's black, she got to be stealing. I knew it, Toe. You motherfucker.
That's what they tell us.
Right? Don't give me that face. Lean in.
That's what they tell us.
Lean in.
Ray. Tell them, Ray. Put your balls on the table, Ray.
Watch. Say that again, Show.
Oh, so come on, Ray. So because she's black, she got to be stealing, Ray? That's what you're saying?
It has not. Hold on, man. It had nothing to do with her being black. You put that in there. Just what? Because they all wore dark clothes? That's why you call them black? What did you do, Ray? They all wore dark clothes. You couldn't see them at night?
What did you do, Ray?
Well, they hired her because she was black.
Oh, now it's minority hiring in a movie. That's why you don't like it, because it's a bunch of women?
Word. Oh, so Show, what you trying to say that? You trying to say that because they're women, they couldn't steal? Is that what you're trying to say, Show?
Yeah, that's sexist. Women can't do the same shit men can?
Word.
Women can't have a dead what the fuck was that Dead Presidents movie?
Oh shit. Word. Talking about Dead First Ladies movie.
Let's not say that out loud for the FBI to hear.
Yeah, I said no, boy, no, boy, no.
Hey, listen, man.
If they listening, it was Ray.
God damn it, Ray. But
Yeah.
all right, yeah. So
Everybody
that was
playing the home game. We're trying to get Ray to stop being so shocked. Oh my God, they said something. Come on, man.
okay. So one last rumor mill. Reports reveal that Matt Reeves' production company, Sixth and Idaho, is developing a Mr. Freeze film set in the Batman world. James Gunn listed as a producer.
And now he's not even listening.
Yeah, see? You don't give a fuck.
Now he's dejected. He's setting up 2 more fucking interviews. That's what he's doing.
It is. He's setting up a baby mama. He don't give a shit.
No,
well, they're gonna turn Victor Freeze into a thing Freeze, and he's gonna be gay. Instead of shooting ice, he's gonna be shooting snowballs. Doc Ivy, because we're going by her professional name, because she's no longer identified as a plant. She's a scientist. Her name is Doc Ivy now. She will be shooting fireworks out of her ass. All because Ray can't accept that a woman can control plants.
Wait, what?
Oh, thanks for joining us.
They got a new superhero shooting fire out their ass because of you.
Because of me? What the fuck I do?
Because you gotta light a fire to fucking be a part of the conversation, Ray. Stop putting your phone on this shit. Listen, we are in a meeting, professional shit. Put your phone in the toilet and flush it. I don't give a shit who's setting up what meeting. Text messages are made to be replied later. If they called you, hang up the phone and call them back. That's the way love works. That's the way phone works, and that's the way it's been working ever since. Shit.
Flush it twice.
and scream, get that shit out of here. I'm doing a podcast. Now, with that being said, let's start with some of these reviews, because that has been the rumor mill.
For the record, the good Mr. Freeze movie by Matt Reeves, I'll be down to see.
Who would you want to play Mr. Freeze? Because Arnold's too old.
Arnold's never too old. I'd have to look at some casting sheets.
Channing Tatum?
No, I think we found his
character.
Character. Let's not overdo it.
Yeah, let him make a name for himself over there.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever the minion said.
Now, real quick, before we start doing this shit, I was told to watch the show Monsters on Netflix. It's about the Melendez brothers.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, everybody's watching that shit.
I didn't know the name of the show was Monsters, so I put on the trial of the Melendez brothers, thinking this is what everybody's watching. 15 minutes into it, I said, "There's no episode 2." And there's no reenactments of this shit. This is just a trial. Why was I told stories about these motherfuckers walking and busting shots like they could see it? You just gonna repeat what he said to me? All right, cool. So I go up to somebody who reviewed it to me. I said, "Yo, bro, I don't know what the fuck you watch, but what I'm watching ain't nothing like what you said." And he looks at the screen. He goes, "I don't know what the fuck you watching. I ain't see that shit." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, there was no real footage." I said, "You was watching a TV show, not a documentary, motherfucker?" He's like, "Yeah, it was like Dahmer." I said, "Why didn't you fucking say that in the beginning? I'm watching the trial." Now, my question to you is, you think they should have got life?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Did you see the?
No.
I've
I've
read the case file. Yeah, like it's.
They didn't get life.
They did.
Okay, I thought you was asking because
No,
they
well,
got right now.
no. I asked you if they should have got life. Like if they got life. Do you think they should have?
Yeah.
Because according to what I've seen, they were molested and tormented and all this other shit. You know,
Perfect.
the validity of that has been argued.
Because because there was a hung jury the first time. Then they just got back to the second case right after OJ's verdict. And it was almost like, listen, none of you motherfuckers can say, do, or read anything. You walk up in here and you say guilty. That's the only rules I'm giving in this case, and that's it. And they spent 6 months, and the jury was like, well, we can't use the testimony as them being abused as children. We can't use this testimony for this. We can't use that for that. And the jury was like, I mean, the defense pretty much didn't have a defense.
No.
It was unanimous. And the judge was like,
also, it's like when you look at that, it's still as fucked up as it sounds, it still doesn't equate to what their mentality got to. Like, yes, it could have been a contributing factor, and that is what they should have used in the defense. But that defense, bro, fucking, they should have fired their lawyers day one. Because if you look back at the trial, look at like how they had a lost case from the get go.
Not in the first trial. No, the first trial was hung. The first trial they couldn't come to an agreement. That's why it was a hung jury. It was a mistrial and they had to go back to court with a whole new set of jurors and all that other shit. The second time they didn't have a chance to use that same defense. The judge was like, yo, whatever you grew up with, all that other shit is inadmissible. You can't use that here.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's. I gotta watch that show though, because I want to see how they portray it as a reenactment and all that. Because I didn't know that was a thing now on Netflix.
Yeah, it's because one of the brothers wrote a letter, 18 pages to his other brother.
Jesus.
And while they were in jail, and he sent it to him. And on the last page, it said, destroy this after you read it. And it was a confession of everything. How he felt as a child, all that other shit.
Okay.
And the brother kept it. He said, because this is the most open I've ever seen my brother. And it touched me. Because now I get to see how he felt. So he wanted to keep it. And they raided his cell and they found the shit. They were talking about the murders and all that other stuff too. Because the younger brother went to the older brother and said that the pot's been raping him. And he said, if you tell anybody, I'm not choking up. I have.
it just worked out so well.
Yo, I have solid shit. I'm not choking up. Do not think that I'm crying over here.
It's
the
okay,
younger brother goes to the older brother and says, yo, the pot's been molesting me. This, that, and this. He put a knife to my throat. He said, if you tell anybody, I'm going to kill you. Yeah. And the older brother was like, well, I got to protect you. And then they came up with that plan. That's the story in which they said it.
Yeah, man.
Sounds legit.
I mean, they had no character witnesses for his mother or father. As they said, everybody that met him, except for his secretary, hated him. And it sounds like another person, but...
Oh, hey, don't be talking about me like that.
Listen, man. When we get you a secretary... But yeah, do you think it should have been life? Yeah.
From what I remember, because I haven't seen any of the documentaries of the show or anything like that, but from what I remember when I was younger and this was happening in real time, that verdict seemed just back then.
Nah, yo, listen, I was too young for that. Because I remember the OJ case because it was a big deal. I only recognize the Melendez brothers as people who killed their parents. I don't remember the case. I don't remember nothing else. I just remember it was the brothers that killed their parents. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was the big thing because of them killing their parents. That was the big like. red flag over everything. But I remember getting older and then reading the case files because as I got into law, I was like looking into cases like that because I felt like there had to be something more. And when you really look into it, it's like it's
what fucked them up was right after they did it, they went on a shopping spree. Like my man bought a Lamborghini, a restaurant, a fucking like another house, all this other shit. Like yo, they went on a shopping spree to the point where the government was like, "You even give a shit that your parents died?" Like this is like Tuesday they buried him. Wednesday, motherfucker got a helicopter.
Wasn't that the thing? They lied about it.
Yeah.
See that? I think that's what always got me to believe that they should be in jail. Because if they thought it was a legitimate reason, why not go with that?
Yeah.
Why lie about it?
Yeah, I mean, because that you beat the insanity rule, time.
I don't know exactly what the law is, but there was some law about a crime of passion.
Yeah.
Where they might have been a little more lenient on them based on if all that shit was found out to be substantiated.
Now I know Kim Kardashian is actually trying to get them out of jail. She's trying to start a petition to get another hearing and all that. They're waiting for the district attorney. And it's crazy because show.
No, I was gonna say, Cap said something. I was like, I'll be real with you. Even though you feel like you did it for a legit reason, you still know it's wrong. So you still gonna you still gotta lie and shit and hide shit. You ain't gonna be like.
No, let me tell you something, Joe. This is nowhere near the same extent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere near it. But the last job I worked, I probably told the story on here. There was a family member who was just causing me nothing but fucking trouble for 3 years. There was an altercation where he came in, and I'm telling you the truth right here, live on YouTube. I threw his ass to the ground and drug his ass out of the goddamn building. Now, had anybody had questioned me and tried to take my job, I know that was wrong to do. I would have never lied. I would have told him the truth. He has been calling me, threatening my family, threatening me. He's coming here, he's threatening his mom. He come in here and does some other shit. We kick him out I have a whole list of reasons of why this took place. And if that's going to be a big deal, personally, to them, that should have been... Because look at what Toad just said. We said they lied about it. Toad just said they went out and spent all this money buying all this bullshit. And the judge looked, or the government or somebody looked and was like, wait a minute. This shit don't add up now.
Yeah, now it doesn't add up. Yep.
But you know what doesn't happen if that happens? If you come out and be like, yo, this is what he did. This is what we did in self-defense. And now maybe the shit plays out differently for them.
Yo, there was a story from the aunt that at like 2-3 years old, he puts one of them on a counter. He goes, jump, I'll catch you. The pops. And the kid jumped and the pops let him drop. And he goes, rule number 1, never trust anybody. A 2 to 3 year old.
Jesus.
I don't know why he waited so long. Show's muted, but he's laughing. Ray's trying not to laugh, but
again, fuck. It's a horrible thing to say, but it's like, damn. Like I understand possibly why they did what they did, but it's not just,
Yeah.
legally, it's not just.
He could have. Listen, man, we're not judges. I just wanted to talk about it because I didn't know how the extent of how you guys knew and shit.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things. Is like, yo, it would have maybe wait until They do, because you're walking there guns blazing. This don't look like, unless they try to make it look like it was a robbery. But and then
I
that
think
case,
that was it. It wasn't that the gist of it that they wanted to.
I don't remember, but possibly.
Yeah, I think the gist was they wanted to make it look like a robbery, and then it did not work out.
And said, "Put your hands up, give me the money." Blah.
It's like
and they left with straws. They couldn't find anything else. They just shot before they gave them anything.
It's like
But-
one room was particularly left very untouched.
Word. Pristine.
Yeah, it's like they knew where they were going.
Word. But Ray, it is your time now. Talk to us about the Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero.
So Dragon Ball Z Spark Zero, the newest installment in the Dragon Ball video game series. It was much awaited because it was teased, I want to say 3 years ago now, that we were going to get another Budokai Tenkaichi game, which has been, when it comes to the Dragon Ball games, like the most loved of the series. Because they've done a few. They've done a few Budokai games. Budokai Tenkaichi was the most, like, when you think fighting games, that was the one that's like everyone enjoyed because the style was so quick to pick up. Like there was not an issue of gameplay wise. It was the smoothest. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 had like the biggest roster at like I think it was 120 characters, maybe a little less because of the time, but it was a huge roster. This new roster clocks in at 180 I believe, and that's just the base game, not including the DLC that they plan on adding, all that stuff that makes the game over 200 characters. But the playthrough so far, man, it brought me back to playing it on the PS2 back in the day. Like,
so,
bro.
So this game, what is the premise of it? Is this basically you're reliving Dragon Ball from Dragon Ball 1 to now?
So I've currently started the story mode today. And I'm doing the Goku part of the story. So from what it looks like, it's legit taking you from the OG and you keep going. Because I saw someone, I just opened because I wanted to see if I was fucking up something. And I'm like, yo, why is this one video alone 4 hours? And then I try to like sneak a little bit to I'm like, oh shit, no. So it takes you from the OG all the way to the last thing. Because we haven't had a game like this in a while. Because they did Xenoverse, and Xenoverse, it had, the newer models, but the gameplay of it was so, it sucked. It wasn't a real fighting game, in my opinion. This, though, it has that, like, what you wanted out of that. Like, once you unlock everything, it is, bro, it's going crazy with online. It's going to go crazy with multiplayer. Like, this looks like the game that people wanted for a while. And like I said, that roster alone, it's like, oh, man. And you have all the versions of Super Saiyan this, Super Saiyan that. Like, it's, and the thing about the characters, too, is legit, depending on what model it is, it's that fucking OP. Like, I played today and I went with, did the Goku saga, and you tell the difference of using regular Goku to even just going to Super Saiyan 1, how much of a difference damage-wise that is. Bro, I had finally Super Saiyan 3 fighting Boo. Bro, I think I fucking killed him in like 2 seconds.
Shit.
And that's
Boo,
just
Boo's supposed to be strong as fuck.
Bro, but with Goku, it was like it definitely took a little minute, but it was like, bro, you could tell the difference. Like they definitely made these characters like, oh, it's gonna be a fight.
That's dope.
So it definitely the reviews I saw mixed just because certain people were like, oh, we wanted like this, we want like, because there's some people that like the newer way they did these video games because they wanted the free roam and all that. But for people that were fans of how the Budokai Tenkaichi series were playing those story modes, then being able to do the tournaments and all that, bro, this is fucking, to me, it's fun. To me, it's fun as hell. The gameplay is easy as hell. Like I picked up the controller and I was like, oh yeah, this is how it used to be. Like there's nothing that's like, oh, let me try to figure out the buttons again. Nope, you're good. Like,
So Is that like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or?
Yeah, very like it's you know how with Street Fighter, like most of the time you know how to fucking do the Shoryuken and all that.
Yeah.
Same thing. You'll know how to do a Kamehameha like nothing. Like you'll be able to pick it up. Like okay, depending on who it is, like their special might be a little different button wise, but it goes down to the same basics of most of the time your main attack is going to be R2 square, your strike combination R2 triangle or whatever that is for Xbox. My apologies. But it's like that. That it's like a lot of it's basically same shit that it used to be back in the day.
So what you're saying is Vegeta's the best character.
I have not gotten to use Vegeta yet, but he might be because he usually is when it comes to a lot of these Dragon Ball Z games. I just want to see how fucking Ultra Instinct is gonna be. You can get it. So that's why I want to see how that's gonna be. Because bro. And again, you have the whole roster. You have the whole Rolodex of characters in there. So it's like I want to see how Broly's gonna be. I want to see how Jiren is gonna be. I want to see all that.
You may not know this, but can Frieza get to black?
I haven't gotten there yet, so I'm not sure.
All right.
I wouldn't be surprised just because Goku Black's in the game. Gohan Black is in the game. So I want to see.
I didn't know there was a Gohan Black. I thought Goku Black was the guy that used the Super Dragon Balls and cloned them.
Gohan Black is the one that comes back for revenge. That was one of in the last season that they did the Gohan Black that he basically he even makes them feel like, oh man, we're pieces of shit for what we did. Yeah, so he's in the game. So you'll be able to play that storyline all over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talk about in Dragon Ball Super, right?
Yep.
And that was that whole arc where he was in like the gray jumpsuit.
Yep. He's in the game. So.
And show, before you say anything, because I heard that little comment. It has nothing to do with them stealing shit or whatever stupid shit you're about to say.
Word.
No, man, but again, it is for anyone that is maybe like,
why you gotta be black?
For anyone that might be indecisive or thinking, oh, should I get into this? Definitely, it's worth the buy. I don't know if it was worth the $120 I paid for the game because goddamn, why these games getting more expensive every damn year?
It's funny because it's not even a CD.
No, it was digital. No, the CD version to basically get the game I got. So to get the fucking deluxe, whatever, there was a collector's edition this year. It was $220 for that same game.
And you just get a big ass fuck.
You get a fucking statue. That's what you get.
Yo, for that, Oma better show up to my house.
I was like, yeah, I'm good with the fucking digital. And then I saw the price. I was like, why the fuck am I still getting fucked over here? Like, shit. I feel like I need to find the Dragon Balls to fucking see if I can get the price lowered. Jesus.
Which statue do you get?
I have no clue. I just remember it was a statue that you were supposed to get with it.
Is Sparkle? What's the name of it? The Dragon Ball Z Sparkle Zero?
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Spark Zero.
Damn, my boy gave me a fucking Dragon Ball Z statue thing to paint, and I don't know where the fuck I put it.
Okay, so it's Goku and Broly.
That's the statue you get?
Yeah.
Is it worth $100?
That don't look like it's worth $200.
Jesus. Yeah, no. That is one of the fights you're gonna have in the game. But yeah, still not worth it. Still not worth it. Also, I love how it's pre-ordered for early access. People have not gotten the game yet. So the only people that are getting to play early are the ones that ordered the digital deluxe.
Look at this. This motherfucker telling you it's not worth it, but then touting the fact that he gets to play it 2 years before you do.
Word.
Typical rich dude.
Mm-hmm. You might get a statue, but I get to play it before you.
Wait, did I hear Ray want to get? I do not want to get tennis elbows. I'm not gonna be doing whatever the fuck Kenny was doing last
Apparently
night.
yesterday, Kenny was just having mad churros, and he got a tennis elbow from it. You know,
Yeah,
I'm starting
I
to
guess
think
Kenny didn't go to McDonald's, huh?
I'm starting to think Kenny ain't at these baseball tournaments where he tells us he at these baseball tournaments.
Kenny out there playing pickleball, huh?
He picking something, all right.
Speaking of picking, Vegeta and Goku, let's fight somewhere empty. The Joker 2 theater. Damn, yo.
Bro, you know what's funny? I never noticed how many times Goku fucking says that during the series. Every fucking fight. Hey, can we go to somewhere empty?
Because he doesn't want to.
Bro, can we just do the fight here? Like,
they saw the Zack Snyder films. They know if you fight in a densely populated area, you're gonna have to account for millions of deaths.
Yo, what I love is all of their deserts have rocks and mountains in them.
Yep. Every single time there's a mountain just there. Like,
that's why when they go, we're gonna make a Dragon Ball Z live movie. Well, this can't be on Earth because our deserts don't look like that.
Nope.
About Red Rock, Arizona, Grand Canyon.
That's a big ass hole.
I was gonna say, yeah, the movie would have to be made at least in Arizona to fucking be able to have a somewhat desert like that. But still, it's just funny. The amount of times, I think the androids are the only one that are like, no, fuck you. Just fight me now. Why the fuck am I gonna wait? Like, why am I waiting?
Word. I don't give a shit about these people.
Also, there's a lot of things that they do in the game that was just a little bit like, I don't remember it happening like that on the anime. Then I had to look up and I'm like, oh no, that's how it happened. Why don't I remember happening like there's a lot of shit that I was like, wait.
Well, it's kind of like that Luke, I am your father. That's not the line. You know that, right, Ray?
Wait,
what's the line, Show? Show knows this.
He should.
The only two people on this planet who know what that line is correctly, Show and Cabs.
Yeah. Even when you muted you.
You think I'm gonna be correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
You out your mind.
What's
I
the
don't
line,
even know
Show?
the question. I bet
Alright,
against myself.
everyone thinks that the line that Darth Vader says to Luke is, Luke, I am your father. But the correct line is,
Luke.
give me a second. I'm hungover.
Hold on. Let him cook.
The lie detector says, I am your father. 99%.
And we didn't even take a paternity test. We took a lie detector test.
He took a lie detector test.
Shit. No, but so the real line is, no, I am your father.
Oh.
Because Luke goes, you killed my father. No, I am your father. No, it's impossible. Oh.
Well, where the fuck do we all get Luke from all these years?
The telephone game, bro.
God,
that's
it's the Mandela
effect.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I could have. Damn.
It was another thing that was like that.
Bro, the fucking Kazam shit. To this week, I saw it again. I was like, these motherfuckers really think there's a fucking Sinbad movie where he plays a fucking genie. And you know what the fucked up thing is? This is how you know they fucked up. That's like, oh yeah, and it's this kid. It's like, no, y'all thinking of fucking first kid, and are confusing it with the fucking Shaq movie.
Which I don't know how you.
Two different movies.
Every movie that Sinbad did was completely different than Shaq.
Bro, fucking first kid.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
House Guest.
Bro, I hate that the House Guest is nowhere. Why is it now any streaming service? Like, that's a fucking great movie.
It's
In
on
order for
YouTube.
things to be on streaming, more than just you have to want to watch it.
I know.
But you have to pay for it. You get Amazon Prime, but you have to pay for it.
The fact that
Bezos is broke right now.
Yeah, he only has $27 billion.
Yeah, he lost that $1 billion.
Yeah. So,
Yo,
all right.
Did you hear Bill Gates once told Letterman that if he gave away 99% of his money, he'd still have $1.3 billion.
Yeah, he'd still be all right.
But he wouldn't be able to live though.
No, not at all.
No, I mean that was that song that with Leanne Rhymes. That's the song. How do I live without money? I want to know. How do I shop without billions? Where would I go? Like, come on.
I could never survive. How do I live with only $1 billion? That's the actual words of the song.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Challenge accepted. Give me $1 billion. Let me try to survive.
Real. But yo, speaking of surviving, I sat through Terrifier.
Oh, we getting into Terrifier?
Yeah,
first?
let's just get into that. We got an hour left.
Dude.
Yes, I sat through Terrifier 1.
All right, so let's give some context. Ray has already seen Terrifier 1 and 2.
Yes.
I've seen Terrifier 1 and reviewed it last week. I've seen Terrifier 2. Is gonna review it this week. Toe's just now catching up. He saw both of them today.
Yes.
Okay.
Fresh. They're fresh.
So where'd you start with Terrifier?
All right. Damn, y'all sing better than Sexy Red. First off, Sexy Red is not a human that should be put down. Second off, yo, Sexy Red deserve whatever the Terrifier did to these girls. Anyway, you don't fucking sit in the stand. You don't stand in the fucking middle of the ring and start twerking. Fucking bitch, get out of my face. Anyway, you just pissed me off, Damon. You just pissed me off. But anyway, yeah, Terrifier 1, the initial start of the movie, you see the interview with the girl with the fucked up face, and I'm like, okay, I was already told this was low budget, so I see the makeup, I'm like, that's nasty, but you can tell it's fake. Like, there's no real human. In Nope, they made her look like there's a possibility that could be walking around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the budget I didn't care about. I went into it already.
Yeah.
But
Okay, it gets better. It gets better.
yeah. So then, this shit starts happening. The guy's just staring at the girl, and I'm like, not for nothing. If I was the pizza owner and he's staring at the girl like that and he's a clown, I think I would have been on the phone like, yo, can you send somebody over here? Because my man, because I'm not, get the police here. Let them deal with it.
Yeah, like now.
The girl was like, I want to leave. The safest place you could have been was in that pizzeria because there was other people there.
Really?
Well,
Because
listen.
a jack-o'-lantern will tell you different.
Listen. This is before he shit it all over the walls. But look, he starts torturing the girls. He cuts the girl in half. Yo, he does so much shit. And I'm sitting there going, this is actually kind of funny.
See? This is why I laugh at
This is actually kind of funny. And then the unthinkable happens, Ray.
Oh, shit.
The unthinkable happens. He pulls out a gun and shoots the bitch in the knee. And I'm sitting here going, wait a minute. Who gave this motherfucker a gun? How did he get a fucking gun? I don't care how he got in the building, how he got to her.
The gun
I don't
was
care
the
how
problem.
this building's bigger than 4-block radius. I don't know how there's a homeless woman inside the building that's also outside the building that has a baby. I don't give a shit about none of that. I don't care about how this guy has the world's loudest headphones that he can't hear a bitch screaming from 5 feet behind him. That's all believable.
Gun.
You can saw this bitch in half from her pussy to her neck. Believable. No problem. This psychopath pulled out a gun from his shoe and shot the bitch on some stay away from me, you crazy bitch. He had to have a weapon to defend himself. Who gave this man a gun? Who gave this man a gun? I want to meet the man who fucked up Mike Larry, and I want to meet the man who gave this man a gun. How did he pass the psych test to get a gun? Even in the street, if you say, I need a gun, give me $5. $5 here. I think the motherfucker look at the dude like, nah, I'm not giving you this shit. I'm not giving you a fucking gun. You want a gun? Here's a water pistol. I'm not giving you this shit. That to me was like, wait a minute. This is the problem. Everything else in that movie is perfectly fine. Rip the bitch face off. I don't care. You can have the bitch that was tormented. I gouged the other bitch and start laughing. Beautiful. That's family oriented. Did he pull out a gun? Who he thought he was Bozo from fucking Fresh Prince? I got a bomb and there's a gun and bang. No. He does not get a gun. He does not get a gun.
I don't know. That's the only issue with this movie. It's just you know what's the fucked up part is? That's the only issue like horror purists have with this film is because he has a gun. And they hated him using one, and they hated when Michael used it in the last fucking Halloween movie. That's like, they should never have a gun.
You know what's funny? That's the only thing that made sense to me. Is that this dude would have a gun.
Yeah, I love how that was the message I get from Toe to start off the morning. Why does this motherfucker have a gun? And I'm like, oh, you're watching it again. I was just like, because I knew exactly what he was talking about too. And he's like, it gets worse. Keep watching.
The first message he sent to me was, he had a gun. Laugh my ass off.
Because the initial, I thought this was a pop scare horror movie. Yeah. Adrenaline wore off. So I'm like, okay, I figured out what kind of movie this is. Beautiful. And then he has a gun, and I'm like, why? That just it fricasseed my brain. I didn't even know Michael Myers had a gun in the last one.
Yeah.
When he was haunting when he was breaking into the houses with him on some fucking SWAT shit.
He used, I can't remember, was it a shotgun that he used? He used something that it was a gun that it's like people hated. That's like,
oh no, the bow and arrow.
It was something he used. I can't remember. It was some hold on 1 second. I'll look it up while we continue.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That Halloween's End movie was so bad I erased it from my memory.
Yeah.
Yo, while Ray's looking for that, I wanted to correct one of those saying. Bill Gates could give $1 billion to everybody in this world and still have $260 billion still left.
That's what I told you.
Yeah. And once he does that, he'll ruin the economy.
Because not if you go to the hood, everybody's gonna have rims, cars. No, there'll be no parking.
There's proof. Back in the old days, Massa Mesa was the first billionaire in Egypt, in Northern Africa, and he legit, to just fuck with one of the kingdoms, he gave everybody gold and made everybody rich and ruined their fucking economy for like 40 to 50 years.
How?
There'll be no house to buy. Everybody bought a house. There'll be no cars to buy. Everybody has a car.
Everybody's rich.
Yeah.
So nobody's in the workforce. Nobody's in the workforce. How are you gonna sell goods? Who's gonna make goods? Nobody needs to make goods anymore. Everybody's rich. You buy up everything that's already pre-made. Once that's gone, what are you gonna do now? Tell me something, Ben. If you had $50 billion, would you be in a building like that?
It depends on if the women are hot.
Jesus. But
listen, I said it. If I won the lottery, I might still go to work because some of these girls are hot. I ain't gonna do shit. You're like, yo, I need you to do this. No, you the fuck you don't. I got money.
What are you gonna say, Ray?
No, I can't find where he uses it in Halloween. But the gun though is the funniest. There's your rant for the week, folks. Art the Clown using a gun breaks toe.
So
yeah,
So that was Terrifier 1.
I'm gonna get into now my Terrifier 2 shit. Terrifier 2 is head and shoulders way beyond and above the first movie.
Yeah. Well, now they have a budget.
It was more effective.
Yes.
The acting was better.
Yes.
They're still pissed off for a story,
Eh,
but they tried. The only issue I have with part 2
it's Chris Jericho.
is 2 fucking hours.
Yeah.
It meanders where I'm like, yo, what, dude? There's one point where, before we get into specifics, the main girl's got to find her brother in the fucking abandoned circus carnival shit.
Yeah.
And I paused the fucking movie to do something and looked, and I still had 40 minutes left.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we going to do for 40 minutes? Her brother's 10 feet in that direction in that building.
You know what we do? We get a power sword. That's all I can think of during that fucking fight sequence is fucking go Power Rangers power sword.
So, all right, let's get into it for everybody who doesn't know. Terrifier 1 ends with Art the Clown being resurrected by some magical force. Some force brought him back to life. This movie picks up at that exact moment. We see him kill the coroner. We see him look around like he's surprised. He's checking out his eye that's missing, the back of his head that he's shot through, all this shit. He leaves. He goes to a laundromat because, you know, I guess you gotta look clean. Even psychopathic mythical clowns gotta
look
get
good,
the
feel
drip
good.
ready. In the laundromat, he sees this little girl. Do we know who she is? Nope. Are they gonna tell us who she is? Nope. Did they drop a hint? Maybe. But this bitch shits all over the floor and then starts playing patty cake with him. And the other dude who was asleep in the laundromat wakes up to see that there's nobody else there but Art. So now we know that the little girl is not real most of the time. Only a few people can see her. Art being one of them. Then for some reason, that little clown girl leads him to this family where now Art's just terrifying the shit out of this girl and her younger brother. Because their father had an aneurysm and then started drawing pictures of Art and the victims he had and all this other shit that's happened. He had newspaper clippings, and his insanity and his illness drove him to do some other stuff. He's no longer on this planet.
Yep.
And that's where we meet the family. By that time, the family is now dealing with the grievance of losing someone. I'll tell you right now, like I said, this was more effective in the horror thing. Because the first one, I was not scared. I'd not even flinch. I think the only thing I might have flinched with was the first time they showed Victoria.
Yeah.
Because I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I didn't know what the fuck that had to do with anything.
Yeah. I think that was supposed to be the effect of trying to do a jump scare in that first one. But again, low budget. They really didn't have anything that's going to give you something like that. This one, for some people, I know the gore is much. Like, even apparently now, those pre-screenings, 11 people walked out on the first fucking showing of it.
I'm normally not like this, right? I mean, yeah, I like the Saw movies, but the Saw movies actually have a story behind it if you get past the traps.
Yeah.
I was on the fence on whether I really wanted to see Terrifier 3. And then I just read. All I read was the first 5 minutes and the next big kill. That's it. I didn't read anything past that headline, and I went, well, now I gotta watch it. Because
well, I think The next big kill, I think, has to be the one that they fucking tease in the trailer. It's because he's killing a kid.
Well, I think I already know what everything is, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to say anything because I know Toto don't like spoilers, and for
Yeah,
some
yeah.
reason, Toto agreed to go see it.
Hey, after watching this one, it just like I said, it gets better. It's a bigger budget. Jericho
It's
somehow
because
is still involved in
it's
this.
because Transformers 1 is no longer in the movie theater.
Oh, is it not?
Well, there's like one showing at like 9 o'clock in the morning, one showing at 7 o'clock at night.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, like Jericho is attached to it. He's still signed on. He's giving it a better budget.
No.
So yeah. So
Terrifier 2. There's this fucking sequence where in the first one he sawed the girl in half, right? And they took their time getting there. Like it wasn't like it wasn't like Scarface. Like they took their time and was like, hey, how long would it take in real life? 10 minutes? Cool. Do it like it's real life. 12 minutes. Cut this bitch in half. There's a scene in the second one where this girl wouldn't give him candy. So he broke into her house. And oh my God. At 10 minutes into the kill, I'm like, yo, all right. I had to stop, not because I was afraid or anything. I had to stop just because of fatigue. I was like, all right, I've reached the limit of which I could see somebody get beat on. Let me pause this shit for a second.
What's going on, Courtney? What's up,
Come
Leon?
back, and there's still 5 minutes of him beating on this bitch. And then the kicker, he got her strung up, sitting up on the bed. The mom walks in. He's laughing his ass off.
she's still alive.
She turned. That boggled my mind. I was like, how the fuck is she alive?
Also, this is still the same one where I say this is the kill I've been fucking teasing this whole time. When I'm like, oh, you guys got to see it. Salt on the wounds, because
literal salt and fucking bleach poured into this bitch's wounds.
Yep.
He fucked up her face. He split her arm.
Yeah, he cut her so much. I'm like, I don't know how is she alive by that point.
So here goes another. There's no fucking way. In this scene, my man ripped off her forearm to her hand from the elbow, like if it was a piece of metal that he just bent back and forth, and the skin said "fuck it" and ripped off. That's not how skin works. But hey, no problem. I'm here for this. He cut off her scalp. No problem. He cut off her back. He fucking took her fingers and ripped her hand in half.
Yo, Pete Dunne is like, how the fuck you do that?
Now, what I had an issue with was when my man went like this and half her face came off. He just touched her face and it came off. I was like, no.
Well, he's supernatural, so we're going to put it up.
I was like, ask Nicolas Cage and John Travolta about how hard it is to take a fucking face off. No. Rip her arm over there. Don't do that shit to her fucking face like that. No, put effort into it. Put effort into this shit.
It's like, no.
Fucking
put effort into this part.
It was like you accidentally brushed the face with your hand and took it off. I'm like, no.
So not the part where she's still alive. Meanwhile, she's been gutted.
It's funny because I was showing this to my coworker because I was watching it by myself, and he walks in. I was like, look at this. And I showed her, I was like, she's still alive. Every slice, she's screaming. I'm like, wouldn't she have died from blood loss?
But she would have had a heart attack.
She didn't pass out from the pain. And I'm just like, she's still alive. Then the mother came in. I didn't even realize that she was still alive then. I was just like, really? You see your daughter like that, and you're just going to scream while my man is still sitting there. I can understand running. Like, oh, he's dead. Oh, dead. Then she turned around like, oh, shit. And running to a phone, out the door, to him. I'm just going to sit here and scream like if I just got a call, my baby slipped and fell into some shit, and I got to go clean it up now. Like, but her face, like this, why was it so easy to do this and take the face off? Like, what what's come on. The face? Really? He did everything else with the knife and force. It's something.
I just want to know what he's going to top with in this one.
When he first cut her eye open, I was like, I believe an eye would do that. Because it looked like that eye exploded.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, I don't know what an eye would look like if it got sliced in half while it was still in the face. But that looks believable. I'll allow that.
Yeah. I want to know. This is the thing that bugs me. Even though this is a better movie. What the fuck are the rules?
What do you mean?
He invades dreams now?
No, she was just psychopathic.
No, the main girl, Sienna. She fell asleep, had a dream. He was in the dream.
Yeah.
She was stuck inside. The fire in the dream affects the real world. Him and the girl are playing patty cake in the school, and they could throw the possum. The kid sees, nobody else sees. What are the rules to this world?
Salt.
Because the only rule is if you show up and Art is standing in front of you, pick how you're gonna die, and he's gonna make it worse.
Yo, not for nothing. When you asked what are the rules, I was like, ain't no fucking rule. But in my head, I had a similar thing. I was like, when did they start fucking with kids? Because he started slicing this kid up. And I'm like, okay, this isn't like you're trying to kill the kid. But you sure as fuck are hurting this kid. Like, when did they start fucking with kids?
Well, actually, his favorite weapon is that chain of fucking slicing shit.
No, I was talking. He had the scalpel in the beginning.
Yeah.
He was slicing them in the back. But
no, yeah, he is the one that is just that twisted. That is willing to do this to kids. Like, he's that fucked up. This dude has there's no remorse at all.
But in all honesty, I think if they were to fight, Freddy would fuck him up.
Oh yeah, Freddy would fuck him up. Because Freddy is precise and he's psychotic, but he knows how to he will psychologically be superior. With Art just likes to he likes to
I mean, I don't think Art fears anything, though. Remember, Freddy is predicated on your fears. What does Art fear?
There was one thing that he got shook on. When she was slashing him back with the shit.
No, because if you look at it, all right, let's give a little context here. The main girl, Sienna, I believe that's her name.
She took a beating. And she's hot.
Best actor you could have found for this type of movie.
Yeah. The Xena Warrior Princess fucking Halloween
costume. Everything she did, I believed 100%.
Yeah.
She was amazing. For some reason, though, her father drew her a superhero and gave her a fucking sword from Themyscira. It's crafted by her Festus and all that motherfucking.
That's the Wonder Woman. That's the Wonder Woman Island, right?
Yes.
For the people watching at home, like, show they don't understand what you said. Go ahead.
So he's chasing her for some reason. They kidnap the brother, bring it to the thing. She's getting fucking mollywopped because, of course, she is. Until the sword glows, she literally heals from all of her wounds. Comes out of this. Again, what the fuck are the rules? He threw her in a pit. She wound up in a fucking water chamber inside her own dream. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, but she got out, used the sword, starts beating his ass, and then he looks at her and is like, oh, this is where the cycle begins, and offers up his neck. He's like, yo, you already won. There's no point to prolong this. Let's just fucking get it over with so I can come back. She hacks his head off. Then the young girl fucking takes his head like a baby, and walks away. We'll get to how that wraps up in a second, but before that, one of the funniest things I've ever seen. This girl's friend and her boyfriend are sitting in the car waiting for her. The boyfriend's like, yo, fuck it. I gotta go take a piss. The girlfriend looks at the window, and Art the Clown literally just said he put in the window, just the tip. And then we look outside at the dude peeing, and Art literally stabs his motherfucker in the dick 147 times.
Yo, like, not even exaggerating. Like, this motherfucker stabbed this guy in the dick like you would do to abuser in a movie. You know, like, stab him in the dick. If you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm trying to say,
yeah,
that's what you would get. But he did it to this guy who really ain't deserve it.
And what made it funny was he ripped it off and then smeared it on the window. As the girl was like screaming her ass off.
Yo, and then he's laughing every time he does something too.
Oh, bro, that's how fucking twisted he is. He's fucking loving this. Like, he gets pleasure from pain. And that's why I think the only thing he fears is how we wrap this film up. And that's now that he has a kid.
I don't know about him having.
But
so had a head.
But before we get to this ending, I just want to point out, if anybody is listening to us and is confused because we're jumping all around and we're only pinpointing certain things and like we're not telling the story through line.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's what it is watching the fucking movie.
Yeah, this movie is very...
The point of these movies are not, hey, what kind of lore and world building are we doing? The point of these movies are, hey, how fucked up can we make this man kill another person?
Yep.
So now the infamous ending, which I'm not gonna lie, the credits roll up and the motherfucking shit says Chris Jericho in the credits. And I went, did I fall asleep? I was like, I saw every minute of this 2-hour movie. I don't remember Jericho being in this shit.
No joke. So did I. The first time I saw it, I was like, I looked at my friend. I'm like, when was Jericho in the film?
Yeah, I went backwards. I started scrolling through frame by frame. It was like, did he show up for 2 seconds and I missed it? So the credits give up, and boom, we have another scene. There's Jericho. They're in the insane asylum, and Victoria, the victim for the first one, she's sick. She's throwing up. She's not feeling good. All of a sudden, she's taking blood and other shit and writing Victoria plus Art and a big heart and different words and shit on the wall. And the nurse comes out singing the song From the Dream. It's like, oh, Victoria's been singing this shit all day. You hear more noises. They show Victoria bleeding everywhere. It looks like she's giving birth. You see the baby bump. The nurse walks in, and this bitch, I can only assume that this dude saw the relationship between Mark Henry and Mae Young before he wrote this. Because she gave birth not to a baby, but to the head of Art the Clown.
Yep.
Which is now alive again.
Yep.
And I was sitting here going, I thought Jericho just helped funded part 2 and he was in part 3.
Nope. He was in part 2. He funded 4-3. And somehow he's in part 3. I don't know how, but yeah. Because
they could start at the end of that scene.
More than likely.
And just, and then because it's supposed to be 5 years after that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one piece of continuity. They asked the director, is like, why does this take place 5 years later? And he was like, well, he's like, the teenage boy grew up and we couldn't realistically make it look like it was 6 months later. So we just went with what it looked like. He looked like he aged 5 years. It's 5 years later.
Yeah. So the girl's in part 3 too, Anna?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? I didn't understand the 40-minute main actress in part 1 was also credited to be in this one, but she wasn't in it.
Which one?
The black-haired Naomi Campbell looking.
Oh, they show her picture.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
There's a lot
Yo,
of
do
people
you know
from the
that
first one that they show just because of newspaper articles and stuff like that. They credit them in the film.
Did you know that she was the med tech for WandaVision?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's
Okay.
her hair was cut shorter, and she looks completely different when her hair short.
Yeah. I was gonna say she did not look familiar, but okay, that makes sense.
So we have we're now going into Terrifier 3.
Yep.
And this is gonna be unique because none of us have seen this since it's just coming out.
Yep.
Ray, when are you watching this?
I will be seeing it this Thursday night.
Oh, so you're not gonna be on the wrestling podcast.
I will be here late, but I will be here because the movie's only 2 hours, and I have an 8:00 show.
Yo, no horror movie in the world should be 2 hours.
Yeah, bro. When it comes to Terrifier 2, that is my only thing that I was like, why are we still here? And then when we got to the Power Sword, I was like,
how?
What is
I want to
happening?
know how. My number one complaint in the first movie was, hey, you killed the 2 main girls. Why the fuck is there 40 minutes left?
Yeah.
And my main complaint in the second movie is, hey, you did a lot of killing. Why the fuck is there an hour left?
Yeah.
Terrifier 3. Why is there still 40 minutes to this film?
Yo, I'm gonna pull a leg and be like, get up to leave. I'm like, oh, we're still going? Shit.
It's funny because he told me about that. He killed the main girl. You got 40 minutes left. And when the main girl died and the sister was coming in, I was like, I looked at my coworker. I was like, you want to hear some fucked up shit? He goes, what? It's like, we still got 50 minutes left on this. He goes, get the fuck out of here. It's like, yeah, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do, but you still got a lot of movie to watch.
I'm not gonna lie, with the second one, it never felt like, okay, this could wrap up here, but it was just like, oh, they still have a lot more fucked up shit to do, don't they?
Oh, before, you just reminded me.
Yeah.
One thing that if I was in this movie, that would have ended it right then and there. When he walked in and saw his mom's face blown off, sitting at the dinner table, and Art walked out of the door, I was telling my coworker, if I was that age, I was a reckless kid, full of anger. If I saw my mom like that, I'd have rushed this nigga. And one of us is dying right then and there. And he's like, but you can't kill him. He can't die. Or he gonna figure out a way.
Yeah.
He gonna figure out a way.
You know what's funny? The whole thing, you can't kill him, he can't die. Yeah, the characters don't know that yet.
Yeah.
To me, in that situation, that's just a dude in face paint.
Word. Which that should still not make you fear clowns because.
But I can't legally be afraid of clowns.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yo, it was for every time he does the little. It reminds me of show. Not because they have to say, you see how the show just goes out of nowhere and just starts smiling? That's what it reminded me of. He's just like,
bro.
It's like shit.
I just looked up the runtime. 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Oh, so it's 2 minutes shorter than the last one. All right.
Yeah.
Why is it 2 hours?
Yo. All right.
And it's a Christmas movie.
We gotta move on there. Let's get our ratings. Ray, what is your rating? Being the OG Terrifier fan.
Terrifier 1, I definitely give like a 7 out of 10. Terrifier 2, I give it an 8.5.
Okay. So
Terrifier 1, I give a 5.
No.
Terrifier 2, I give a 6.
All right.
Based off of horror movies.
No, yeah. It's not the best horror movie, but
based off of movies, I'm generous with those.
I was like, if based
Because-
off of movies, this is like a
Yeah.
good. I would
Two.
give it a 5, both. Like a
Because I would give it a rating of my life would have been so much better if I didn't watch this.
both.
Like it did. Yeah, like one of those. I didn't need to watch it.
To be fair,
You know how there's
Nobody
some movies
told
like,
you to
yo,
watch
you
it.
gotta watch this. It's like Paid in Full. You gotta watch that, or Casino.
Yeah,
These are movies you gotta watch. This movie,
The
I ain't
second
gonna
one,
watch-
at least. I would say at least watch the second one. The second one's like, want to see a
Well,
fucked up horror movie?
you want
Watch the second one.
you want to experience something? Do what Show did. Walk in when somebody's watching it, see that one scene, and go, "Damn, this shit is crazy," and live the rest of your life, scot free.
Wait,
I was
which,
just about to say that shit was fine to me. The 5 minutes I watched, he beat the shit out of some girl with a chain.
Yeah.
You bleed.
Yeah, the rest of the 123 minutes wasn't the same.
yo, show just came in for the Kublix.
And I love 4 people called the cops in part 1, and the cops came 3 hours later. No one called the cops in part 2, and they came as soon as she killed the nigga.
Yep.
Ain't that some shit?
What's your
Because
rating?
where's ever you be?
Which one did I walk into today?
Part 2.
Okay.
Yeah, the better looking lead actress.
So
Yo,
my
she's
rating
hot,
for
so.
part 1, 5.5 out of 10.
Okay. Are we doing this at a 10, not 100? I'm fucking with you.
My rating for part 2, I want so badly to give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
But I can't, because you're not telling me his story, and I'm not just into gore for gore's sake.
Got you.
So the only reason it's a 7.5 is because of the strength of that lead actress.
Got you.
Like I've never seen somebody play anxiety. I seldom ever see somebody who play anxiety in a movie and go, holy shit, I know that face. I've seen that before. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And yo, she played high way better than those girls played drunk.
Oh,
When she was in the costume shop and homeboy pulled out the horn and she's like, please don't. He's like, wait. He said, stop. I felt that's how a girl would be with a creep that's terrifying the shit out of her
oh,
next to her doing some shit.
fun
I
fact.
was like,
That scene was part of the original short that Art the Clown was in.
oh,
He did that to a girl at a bus stop. Pulled out the horn. She said no. He got closer to her. Was honking.
shit. As long as the clown don't have a gun, Damien, you all right. Our grandfather was
Yeah. Our grandfather was a party clown and magician and all that. That's why I can't be afraid of clowns.
See this way?
that's cool.
Now, I'm not going to lie. There's a part of me that's like, yo, I want to watch that first 5 minutes and that major kill. That's why I'm going Saturday. But there's an equally big part of me that hates myself for being like, I want to see what the fuck this is. Because I know what this is going to be. You remember the video? It was Big Bad. You might be too young for this, right? But it's, 1 cup, 2 girls.
Yeah.
2 girls, 1 cup. And no, I was
Yeah.
not too young because I saw the fucking video.
I've
Okay,
never
never mind.
seen that video
You're
because I've had
Wow.
people tell me what the video is, and I was like, no, why would I want to watch that? I do not want to watch that.
morbid
I thought I was the
curiosity.
only one.
Nah, morbid curiosity got me.
No, morbid curiosity doesn't get me because, again, I'm not normally morbid. But for some reason, Terrifier 3, I'm like, all right, show me all the cups you got.
And there's gonna be a lot of cups. There's gonna be a lot of cups in this one. A lot of fucking it's gonna be some shit. Pun intended. Man, I just want to see what again. I'm looking forward to it because I like fucking gore for gore at times. Just to laugh because I can't wait to fucking be the only one laughing at the stupid shit. Just because.
Right. Have you ever talked to somebody about your problem?
Did you not know I'm going through some shit, Cap?
I thought
you
it
didn't
was
tell him I'm going
vacation.
Yo, not for nothing. Some stupid shit happened to me in the morning. I was telling Cap this. You know, Instacart. The email that's on there, I don't have that access to the email no more.
Okay.
So they're like, oh, in order for us to change your email, we need to have a picture of your ID. And I tell them around to my coworker, that's funny because my bank, I can just fucking put new email in, boom, it's changed. No one's asking me no questions.
But Instacart needs.
But Instacart needs, God forbid, someone orders milk. Oh shit, you got milk? Nah, go to jail. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm seeing this bullshit, and I'm like, nah, I need some catharsis now. I need somebody to be tortured because of this shit. And it helped. It helped. Going into this movie pissed off helped.
Yeah, watching that shit, it's just funny as hell. But seeing people's reaction when you're laughing at this shit is fucking funny.
It's the same reason why I want to watch a history in a violent nature.
Yeah.
I saw the theater reaction and watching people leave for the first time in my life. I was like, because I know the subject of the movie. If I didn't know what the subject of the movie is and I saw people leave, I would more than likely be like, okay, I'm not going to watch that then.
Yeah.
Because my mind would be thinking way worse than what I know this movie's going to do.
Yeah. With this one, I feel like it's just that, though. I feel like it's the gore. That's why people are like, oh, no, I don't want to watch this. Because
people leave here, I instantly went, challenge accepted. I'm going to sit through the shit you couldn't.
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait to fucking just 2 hours of stupid motherfucker. Oh, man, that was fucked up. Oh, that's a lot of question. What's up?
Cap, both of y'all, Cap and Ray. Sorry to interrupt. I know I'm a little delayed. You guys you're not a gory person, so you're not into Quentin Tarantino. I was gonna say that's one of my favorite directors. Kill Bill? Who?
No.
Yo, I thought he said you're not ready for Quilled Out Debo. I said
his gore style is nowhere near this. Like this is gore where it's just like, bro. Again, I don't know what part of the movie you walked in on, but the fucking salt on the wounds, then bleach, and then we're just gonna show you what the human body kind of looks like inside out, in a sense. And still be alive.
If me and you can direct a murder scene, it would be half of what we thought.
Yeah,
because I know me and him would pull out some shit. Like, and then a helicopter came in. Like, where did he get a helicopter in the projects? Don't worry about it. He's a clown. He got money like that.
Yeah.
As long as that clown ain't got a gun, we all right. Ray kills kangaroos and 4 seasons of gore shit. Damn.
I'm not so much. It's not so much the gore. It's the prolonged nature of it. To where I'm like, I get it. You're torturing her. Cool.
Yeah.
Like with in the first one when they did the chainsaw bit, I was like, I watched ESPN and the fucking competitions with the lumberjacks. I know it don't take that long for a fucking chainsaw to work. I've seen chainsaws be used for speed cutting.
What chainsaw you talking about?
In the first movie where he's chainsawed the bitch in half.
That was a handsaw.
Either way, I've seen a handsaw before. Like, I know we didn't need 15 minutes dedicated to this shit.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
That's my issue with it is the length of time they revel in this shit is what gets me like, all right, let's move on. I got it. Like,
yeah. Speaking of moving on, what other movie? Thanksgiving.
Oh, so
Ah.
finally saw Thanksgiving. Cause funny story, I was gonna see Slaughterhouse.
You made the better choice.
Yeah, 5 minutes into Slaughterhouse, I was like, nah, I can't watch this shit.
Oh no.
And I switched to Thanksgiving, and I'm glad I did. That was probably Eli Roth's best fucking movie. It's well directed, it's well paced. The goriness is appropriate. It's not over the top.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too gory. This one is okay.
The story, the acting was good. The story was good. Everything kind of made sense.
Yep. Were you able to call the plot twist?
Yes and no.
Okay. Because
I knew it wasn't Ben.
Okay. That was the game me and my boy were trying to do, like, hey, I think it's this person. I think it's this person. Okay, we'll see what happens at the end. That's like, like it was funny because the minute when the fucking oven scene happens, I'm like, fuck. So I know it's not them.
Dude, I was watching it and I'm just, me too. I was like, all right, who the fuck is this? I kept thinking of a different movie. And I was like, wait a minute. Isn't this person supposed to be in this movie? What the fuck's going on? So I kind of threw myself off the trail.
Okay.
Because I kept getting my movies mixed up.
Okay.
But when they showed Ben, I was like, no, that's a red herring. That Ben didn't do this shit.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would have been the other boyfriend.
Ah, okay. Okay.
The jackass.
Yeah. Nah, I
No,
thought
I didn't see the cop come.
I thought it was the cop just because of I thought at first I thought it was gonna be the other boyfriend, and then I'm like, nah, I think it's the cop. I don't know why it's the cop, but I feel like it might be the cop. Is it fucked up though with the beginning? I was like, yeah, some of these kids kind of deserve it just because they were some assholes. Like, I was like, yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I don't think so. If you're mentioning kids, then yeah, they deserve that.
No, they're not actual kids. They're like teenagers. Like,
oh, they deserved it even more.
It's Power Rangers. It's like adults playing teenagers. Like, some of these motherfuckers deserved it just because.
Word.
Yeah, y'all were just not even motherfuckers.
You want to shit on me?
But I think also what you're thinking of, Cap, is because this whole movie is based off a trailer in a fucking
Grindhouse.
Yeah, like that's what this came out of. That it's funny. There's a lot of more gorier shit in that trailer than they do in the film. Because like there's a trampoline scene in the movie where in the actual trailer they show the knife goes in. If you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, they tease it, but they don't do
it. What do they tease and don't do?
You remember the trailer for this movie that was in
Grindhouse?
Yeah. So in the trailer, they tease a girl's on a trampoline, but they actually do it in the trailer. They put the knife in.
No, they do that.
Not in the where I'm saying they put it in.
Yeah, it hit her foot. She jumped up, and when she jumped back down, that's where she landed.
But they showed
it wasn't as graphic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not as like.
But that's why I'm giving praise to Eli Roth because he didn't. He went just far enough for it to be entertaining, but not where he normally goes.
Yeah. Like that trailer, it's like, oh, whoa, yeah. But no, it's definitely I'm looking forward to see if they actually continue it because there's supposed to be a part 2 that was spoken about after
they actually made that movie.
After what do you call it? After his performance with Borderlands, he's probably not gonna.
This movie apparently made money, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll make a part 2." Then he did Borderlands. Yeah, it's probably not going. They're not doing.
There are some movies you don't need to. I mean, some things you don't need to make a movie.
Yeah.
So no, Thanksgiving is not a prequel to Michael Myers.
No, not at all. No.
Yeah. So essentially, I don't know if we told the story, but essentially, what Thanksgiving is about is Thanksgiving Day, a superstore, kind of like Walmart, decides to open up. Instead of waiting for Black Friday, they open up on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
The kid of the owner takes her friends inside, starts a big ass riot. In the riot, people die and get hurt. Then a year later, somebody comes back and gets revenge because somebody he loved died in that thing,
Oh shit!
in the trampling. You know,
I thought this movie was what you told me about, where the wife and the husband had to pick a game and they played hide and seek. And
no, that's Ready or Not.
okay, I'm over here
Good
thinking
movie.
that Thanksgiving was that. I'm like, wait a minute,
No, that's Ready or Not. That's a good
I
movie.
didn't watch Thanksgiving. I was like, but did you?
That also has a
What?
funny twist. Like, that's another one that has a great fucking twist at the end. That's funny as hell.
Ready or Not was boring as shit.
I-
Do you know what? I had the misfortune, or not the misfortune. It was a great fortune on me, but for the movie has the misfortune of me watching Your Next first. Your Next is the definitive better version
Yes.
of Ready or Not.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I watched Ready or Not like when it like had came out, and I thought, okay, this was a good idea. Your Next definitely executes what they were trying to do, and does it in a way that it's not as fucking filler. Like, that was to the point, and this is like, okay, this is how you do this idea.
Yeah. Like, my
Ready or
problem with
Not,
Ready or Not is
also.
how are we supposed to be afraid of bungling idiots that can only shoot maids?
Yeah. I don't know whose aim is worse, there or fucking Star Troopers.
Whoa. Yo, boot him from the show. This motherfucker said Star Troopers. Yo, keep him off there until he knows what he did wrong. You can see him, right?
Yeah, I can.
When he acknowledges to you that he knows he did wrong, you can bring him back.
He's trying to act like he knows. He's like, bring me back. But I don't know if he knows. He knows.
I corrected myself, but he had already taken me off the stream.
I even know what you did wrong. Ain't no Star Troopers. It's Stormtroopers, fool.
I said I was saying storm the whole time, and I'm like, oh, I'm off screen. They don't hear me.
He
Raimondo.
was raised like Starship Troopers. He's like, I did my part. I didn't do a fucking thing. That was that.
That's what the Star Troopers were. Oh, their aim is probably shitty too. That's all it is.
Shit.
So just we got to kind of speed through these. Recommendation: watch Thanksgiving. I believe it's on. Where did I see it on?
Peacock.
Was it on HBO Max or was it on Amazon?
I know it's
Probably on Amazon.
I don't know where you might have seen it.
On Netflix.
That's exactly what I said, on Netflix.
You know, Ray really wanted to be on Peacock.
It's on Peacock though.
No, Triller 1 is on Peacock.
Terrifier.
There you go.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
We're talking about Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Thanksgiving is on Netflix.
Oh, good.
What else we got before we
Right.
get into our main event?
That's the one with the guy with the hat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be based off the
The actual Pilgrim.
I didn't know there was a TikTok girl in this.
Addison Rae.
Yeah.
She did good. There was no there was only one person that was like, all right, your acting is trash, my man, but you're gonna die pretty soon anyway, so it don't matter.
and he did. if I remember correctly. Yeah. But again, that's a good one. Yeah.
So
good year for horror, man. Good year for horror.
next up, what do we got? Legends of Vox Machina?
Agatha.
Oh, all right.
This,
We're gonna skip Agatha.
What do you want to talk about?
I thought we were doing Legend of Vox Machina.
Oh shit, yeah, go ahead. I completely forgot about him.
So, real quick, you know that D&D show I keep talking about every once in a while? They started a Kickstarter years ago to try to do an animated short and or movie.
Okay.
They were aiming for like 200 something thousand, wound up over 2 million. It became the highest grossing Kickstarter for entertainment. It beat out Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Holy shit. Okay.
Right? Then they came up with, fuck it, we could do a whole series. We could do 12 episodes. Then Amazon bought the rights to it and gave them 2 seasons. Then it came out and was such a big hit the first season that they gave them another season. And they gave them the ability to do a second animation based off of their second campaign. That's the shit that I'm waiting for the most. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then the first 2 seasons was dope, and then now they just started they have the first 3 episodes of season 3 on Amazon that we just finished watching.
Oh, nice.
And so the second season ended with them with a dragon that had a vestige that was possessed, and he started like a dragon cult, and he's trying to bring hellfire on Earth.
Yeah.
So this team has to go and stop him.
Okay.
But one of the dragons that is with this dragon is like double crossing him because he knows that this motherfucker is being controlled by the vestige he has.
Gotcha.
So the team doesn't trust the dragon that's helping them, but also there's love triangles going on. Like the people in the group like each other, but they can't be with each other because one's seen the pain. And like this girl lives for centuries, and he saw like the future of all of them dead, and she's crying, and he's like, I can't give you that pain, so we can't be together. Another girl, she's like, everybody that I'm in love with dies or is in trouble, so I can't be with you either. And the other guy's like, well, shit, that's fucked up. And and then the 2 other people, one likes the other girl, but the girl doesn't like him. Well, I don't think she's a part of some shit, so she's not supposed to like anybody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those, like, that's what they're at now, but it's a lot of inter turmoil, inter conflict inside the group that everyone's dealing with individually. But they have to go, like, half of them went to hell to go get this piece of armor that can literally deflect dragon's breath and hellfire and all that.
Ooh.
Yeah. So they all have vestiges, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Pretty much like weapons. One of them has the sword.
Legendary weapons from their own
King Arthur's sword.
Nice.
Right?
So Scanlan has a sword, Myth Carver. It can show you the truth about a whole bunch of shit. Vex has the bow and arrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That she got from season 2.
And that's one that you just pull back and the arrow comes out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grog has the gauntlets.
Okay.
Which, that fight, where he had to fight the leader of his tribe to get the gauntlets was crazy. It's in season. It's like at the end of season 2.
Gotcha. Where is it called again?
The Legends of
Vox Machina.
Vox Machina.
No,
it's on Amazon.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
Amazon
just to
Prime.
give you,
Gotcha.
get back into the brief overview. The main crux of the campaign is there's different arcs. So the first arc in the first season is the Briarwood arc.
Okay.
And that has to do with one character in particular and what happened to him. Then it transitions into the Chroma Conclave, where dragons came in and started fucking shit up. So season 1, they're dealing with the first part of that, or season 2, they're dealing with the first part of that. Season 3 is now the second half of what they got to do to deal with all these fucking dragons.
Gotcha. And they're currently on season 3.
Yep,
Season 3 now,
episodes
yeah.
in.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah.
There's 12 episodes. They come out 3 at a time every Thursday. So for the next month.
Yeah. And it's funny. And if you played Dungeons and Dragons, you can tell like who drew what. Like when you roll the dice, like who drew a 20, who drew a natural 1.
Gotcha.
It's not that like telling, but you could like oh, that gotta be a natural 20. That motherfucker hit that shit in the bullseye.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
man.
like the D&D movie.
Okay.
Like if you know, you could pinpoint where it should happen.
But no,
Yeah.
definitely, I'm gonna have to check that out because that sounds fucking. That's interesting. That
The
sounds cool.
only
And then
issue,
see it created like that. That's cool.
yeah. Oh, and this is all 100% owned and voiced and everything by Critical Role.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's
their characters, it's their voices, it's their vision. Like they don't have anybody over them telling them
Yeah.
do it this way and that this and
And-
make that.
A few of the characters also did voice acting for Marvel. One of them played Thor in Avengers Assemble. Another one played Black Widow. You know, so they're like voice actors.
nice.
So,
Yeah, you played The Last of Us, right?
Yep.
You know the woman who voices Ellie, the main girl.
Yeah, yeah.
She's in this.
Oh, okay.
She
That's
plays Pike.
okay.
The woman who voiced Abby in The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
She plays Vex.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool.
The guy who plays McCready in Overwatch,
Okay.
he's what do you call it? He's in this.
Damn. So they definitely have a nice
yeah.
pass right there. Fucking-
Yeah,
Yeah.
once you know who these people are, it's a star-studded list of people.
yeah, and the man who voices the main dragon was the one from John Wick. He was the concierge.
Lance
Oh, shit.
Riddick.
Yeah,
That's fucking dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had Cheech from Cheech and Chong in there. They had,
Really?
yeah, they got the girl from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The one who played
the one from
that
Encanto.
girl in
Yeah.
Enchanted, not Enchanted.
Encanto.
Encanto, yeah.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. That works.
yeah. No, it's a good show. I would recommend watching.
I have to
Even
give
if
it a
you-
watch.
Yeah,
Even if you don't like D&D or whatever, the show is just a good fantasy.
yeah. It's not predicated on knowing D&D. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
just yeah.
It's adult.
Yeah, no, they curse.
They're gonna curse. You're gonna see a little bit of nudity every
Yeah.
once in a while. Like, there's a full-on
Yeah.
sex scene in episode 2. Like,
Word. And
it's
yeah,
surprisingly tastefully done. Like,
yeah, right. Sweat everywhere. But yeah, it's. We'll get into more detail next week.
Gotcha.
But so now,
yeah. Now next week when we don't have 57 other things that we want.
Yeah.
We had a lot. We had a lot to
we got a crunch time. This one, Agatha. Have you seen the latest episode, Ray?
I unfortunately have not. I am not.
He ain't watch any of these fucking shows.
What are we not paying you for?
Word.
I was gonna say.
Anyway.
When was I paid?
You was paid, but the check bounced because you ain't watched the show.
Oh, that's what it was.
No ticky, no laundry.
I don't think that's what it is, but okay.
No, that's the same. It's actually the same.
Is it?
Yeah, this is an old saying from. If you ever watched The Departed,
Wait, why are you typing, Joe? You could have just said
yeah,
it.
probably in his house.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, The Departed. That's the saying. And the funny thing is, I'm watching it with my pops,
Yeah.
and he goes no ticky, and my pops goes no laundry, and I said what? He goes, oh yeah, we used to say that shit back in the day. You go to laundromat, the if you don't have a ticket, I can't give you the laundry.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they made it fun of the Asians because they're the ones running the laundromats. No ticky, no laundry. So that was the actual saying back in the day. So Ray, no watchy, no pay. All right. So now I enjoyed the last episode of Agatha, even though this one had like music and all that. But I know what the show is about, so I'm going along the ride with what the show is about. I'm
All
not
right.
expecting more. I'm not expecting less. So I'm like, okay, all right. I'm letting you tell me the story. Now, will my opinion change at the end of the season, depending on how this shit goes? Maybe. But right now, I'm in the theater watching Fast and the Furious going, all right, he knocked down the fucking parking lot with his foot. We'll figure it out.
So here's a question for you before
Yeah.
I get into my thoughts. You said you understand what this show's about. Tell me what this fucking show's about. I'm being genuine.
These girls, this girl is trying to get her powers back, and the kid convinced her to go down the witch's road, and all of them have one goal in the shit. And I think Agatha is trying to cheat the system because all she really needs is someone to shoot her with magic, and she can take it from. But I think this show is essentially at its core a bunch of people getting over their past dramas. This is not like, this is more of a Disney show than a Marvel Disney show. If you catch my girl, you know what was the name of that the show with the Disney characters in it? It was on ABC.
Oh, fuck. Once Upon a Time?
Yes, I was about to ask you what was the name of the Disney character show that was on ABC, but he got it. Once Upon a Time. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's what this kind of reminds me of. So it's not like I'm sitting here expecting this shit to be like, whoa, how did the Hulk have a son? You know, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
I'm glad you get it. Because to me, this is another fucking episode that is just meandering and fucking does nothing. Anchored by a cool ass fucking concept that's slightly ticked down by how long it took them to do this one thing. And the cool concept is originally the fire witch, the fire element, lost her mom on, they think, on the witch's road. They think she made the song in order to find the witch's road and go down and redeem her family from this curse. Turns out she actually made the song as a protection spell for her daughter, because every time somebody would sing the song, it would re-up the fucking protection. That is genius.
Yeah.
I actually like that. Then we get a really fucking good demonic creature.
Yeah, that shit was
really good
fucking...
makeup. My issue, though, is they just sang the same part of the song over and over and over and over and over for fucking 10 minutes. Like, they didn't have to fight this thing. She just had to say the same words for 10 minutes to get this shit to die. They did nothing before that. They did nothing after this. They're not doing anything. And again, it's not like I could point to like the Acolyte where I'm like, yo, this is just bad writing. It's just they're not doing anything. And I'm like, yo, why? I'm not gonna stick around if you're only gonna give me 10 minutes. Like, perfect example. My mom used to make us go through every fucking timeshare showing, because at the end of it, we got cookies, and they took some money off the tickets to Disneyland, and we got a discount. So we'd have to sit through all of them.
Hold on.
To get the fucking, hey, what's up, guys? To get to the tickets and the cookies. And as a kid, yeah, all right, I'll sit through 8 hours of shit just to get a cookie. But now that I'm an adult, you need something more than the fucking cookie. I'm not sitting through this timeshare shit just because it takes $10 off the park and I get a fucking cookie. Fuck that. And that's what this show is. It's like, why am I sitting through all this nothingness for 5 seconds of a good fucking show?
Yeah. Real quick. Tell Cap what happens when you offer lay cookies.
If they're Oreos, you better not use the word cookies, because apparently that makes them feel like we're talking to a child. It was the funniest shit.
Because he just said, I'm not sitting through 8 hours of this for a cookie. And it reminded me when I asked Leia, I was like, you want a cookie? And it was Oreo. And apparently I made him feel like a child.
I wonder what can we call these because these are fucking coconut cookies. Can we say these are cookies? Are we allowed to?
I thought those were crackers.
Those are biscuits.
Ah,
Oreos are sandwiches.
yeah. Well, listen, but we pretty much finished the review.
Yeah,
of
we
it.
just got to give our number.
But listen, I understand where you're coming from. But I'm still at the point where, okay, remember, I'm Batman, so we're investigating. We're putting the pieces together.
Dude, I'm gonna go ahead.
So like, I understand where you're coming from. So me, I'm still in there. I gave Iron Fist a fucking chance, so I got to. It like you said, it's not as stupid as
Iron Fist
or Acolyte or She-Hulk.
I was gonna
Even
say
though
like She-Hulk.
we hated She-Hulk, but we watched it to the end because there was hope, and it was actually good. There was good Daredevil in it, but the Acolyte, there was no hope for that. We wanted the hope, no hope. There was no candle, no light, no little light of mine. It was just darkness. Echo, hope. There was hope in that. But yeah, so I understand where you come from. I'm still Batman on this one. But yeah, are we giving a number for the episode?
Yeah, we did last time.
Shit.
I didn't know shit was the number.
Yo, the same number I gave it last week. I don't even remember the number I gave it last week. So,
all right, I'm gonna say this. My little last rant on here. I am now at the age where if I'm with a woman and all she wants to do is talk, I don't like talking. Despite the fact that I'm on here. Notice, I'm only on one night of 7 that this motherfucker throws a podcast.
Yeah.
I don't like talking. If you're going to sit down just to talk, I don't need to be there. I don't fucking need to be there. And that's this show. I'm not saying that if I'm the only way I'll ever be with a woman is if something's going to happen physically.
But if she shuts the fuck up.
But if all we're doing is, hey, I
Like
just want you to come here and we're gonna just talk. What the no? That's where I'm at with this show. I don't fucking care. And show me a nip slip every fucking once a show of the proverbial like here's the good part. That's starting to be like at a certain point I'm not gonna give a shit about that either. So my rating for the show again an abysmal fucking 2. But it goes up to a 4, and it goes up to a 4.5 because of the one bright spot in it.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm starting to feel like I'm not missing much from the show. From not watching this.
There's really nothing. There's really nothing to miss.
Oh.
But in my opinion, based off of what I know and what you like, I think you'll enjoy the show. It's not one of those like you need to watch it. It's just
I enjoyed the first
not Moon Knight.
episodes. So
it's not Moon Knight.
Okay.
But it's something to watch.
Yeah.
And you never know. There might be a spider web, cobweb, Easter egg somewhere.
Gotcha. I said I enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I don't. I'll see.
So wait, you missed the last 2?
The last 2, yeah.
Wait, we're on 4 episodes already?
Yeah. No, it was only 3.
That's what I was about to say. Tomorrow is 4 episodes.
Yo.
No.
I could have sworn it was on 4.
Oh, wait. They did first 2, so this is the 3rd week, but it's the 4th episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Because the first episode, she got out of the coma. Second episode, they made the covenant. Third episode was the first challenge. This is the second challenge.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I know I missed.
It's just 3 weeks. That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
This has to be indicative of the show for you. We got somebody here who's like, I'll give it a chance. That's this dude.
Yeah.
We got somebody here who's like, yo, my patience is wearing thin. which is, despite what the Rotten Tomatoes score says, a lot of people who I watch reviews on are saying the same shit.
Okay.
Then we got the real problem of the show. Which way am I going? This way. The real problem of the show is people who are like, oh, I like the first 2 episodes and never watched it again. How good could they have been? You ain't watched the next 2. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying.
He's a busy man. He's going through some shit.
Dragon Ball, man.
Yeah. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. Penguin. Did you watch Penguin?
The Penguin, right?
Nope.
No.
Right. What? Why are you on this show?
Because I watched everything else we discussed.
All right, yo, non-spoiler.
I mean,
This episode.
Spoil, it's okay.
No, but this episode had some of the best acting I've ever seen Colin Farrell do in my life. And some of the most meaningful shit between him and Stutters.
Oh.
And it's like, this one was a good one solely based off of the performances. Like, there's a lot of, like, there's some backstory for Stutter.
No.
But this one, Colin Farrell's acting is good.
Now, I'm going to sound like a hypocrite, which you know I don't like doing. This episode is another one that fucking meandered until it didn't. Until we get to the part where you're like, no, this is what I came for. The only difference is the shit that we get in Penguin is better shit than what we get with Agatha. So when you give me the shit in Agatha, it's cool. But when I get that shit in Penguin, I'm like, that's the one thing that will keep me watching.
There's a better payoff in a sense. Like, it's like,
yeah,
we have to go through this, but at least when we finally get to the good part, okay, here we go.
Well, because the thing is, the Penguin, there's a story arc. This is where this guy's trying to go. We know where he's at. Like, we know where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is where he's going. But we're going forward by moving backwards. So a lot of the progression of the story is his backstory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're getting to know who the Penguin wants to be and who the Penguin actually is at the same time, which makes it compelling. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like it. It reminds me of The Sopranos.
I was gonna say, like, it feels very, and I feel like that's what the director tried to do with it, in a sense that it's like you could tell there's a lot of those elements of like that truly like mob style story.
Yeah.
Is it me or do you feel like they're telling that story almost like how a book is written? That's a lot of like you see the story elements of giving that description of everything, and then it's like, well, we're going back a little bit, and that's how we go. They take I like that element of it. I really want to deep dive into it, but I feel like I'm gonna end up with this fucking series is binging it at the end just because I really want to give it a full watch.
Yo, if you had a weekend, a few days to binge watch it, I would suggest that just because it's one long story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like an episode that, it's not like Law and Order.
Yeah, that's just
where every episode is a different case, but you know the people, and eventually things, carry over from one thing to another. This one is like literally one long story of a story arc that goes from point A to point B. And you watch it all in one, like, yo, that shit was fucking dope. Agatha is a short story that they're pulling out to a fucking 9-episode show.
Yo, it's The Hobbit.
Yeah.
It's the book that should have been one an hour and a half movie that they stretched into 3 fucking 4-hour epics.
But I thought people love those.
Not The Hobbit. You know how many people I know that love Lord of the Rings, but like, yo, The Hobbit is garbage.
Word. But I mean, out of all the episodes, I think this is like the same thing. What I don't know what rating I gave last time, but I'm gonna keep it congruent. Like right now, these episodes is just staying on par with me.
Gotcha.
Like there hasn't been a bad episode yet
Okay.
for me, so I'm gonna keep it equal.
This would have been probably the worst episode for me if we didn't hit that fucking note.
Well, that's because of just your.
No, again,
there was a
because-
more struggle.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I think this episode for me just kind of meandered a little bit too much. Like there was a little bit too much of we're not doing anything in either direction.
Yeah, but then that not a spoiler, but just that one line. This is how the fuck you feel. This is how I make you feel. That was the realest shit. When you see it, right, you don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say that just feels like oof.
Yeah, yo,
That
dude.
alone.
Yeah, when you see it, you be like, oh, no, but that opens up Pandora's box of Colin
Got
Farrell
it.
doing his monologue and his acting
No,
and all that.
okay.
Yeah,
Bro, you know I'm a sucker for monologues. So I can't.
No, yeah. Yeah, dude, it was good. I felt it. I
Gotcha.
felt it.
Gotcha.
What up, guys? Normal Guy live from a hotel in Chicago. Nice, you made it. Made it safe and sound. Nice.
How
So
cold?
hopefully you're gonna see your brother tomorrow. His brother just I think graduated boot camp or something. They're going there for the graduation.
Wait. And fuck. Great Lakes?
I believe so.
Naval boot camp?
Was it the Navy, right?
I cannot remember now.
Yeah, I mean it
Normal
could
guy.
be.
Are we not talking about Normal Guy?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he could have just popped on to say hello and that's it. But
Oh,
yo, dog.
Did
Tell the
you
little
watch
one that
the
he
movie
still owes
show?
me cookies. That motherfucker tore up my cookies. Go get him. Go get him. Where he at? Where the little one at? Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. He got me on mute.
Yeah, Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Forgive me for being a little rusty. I got out. I joined up to the military now over 20 years ago, which is fucking bananas.
That is crazy. You would have been retired by now.
Retarded.
Yo, that vacuum was $60 when I told Joe about that. That shit's $150 now. It's a pet hair vac.
Good. Fuck,
Yo,
I hit the mute button so many times.
Yo, he said, good. You unmuted yourself to say good and muted yourself to finish the sentence. What?
I was saying thanks to you. Shit, you put me on.
Yo, sure. You also have a German Shepherd. Is that one just as fucking stupid?
This by far has to be the dumbest dog I've ever met, and it's crazy. The smartest dog I've ever had is that little motherfucker that ate his cookies. He knows.
Yo, he shorted the cookies but left the camera alone because he knew that motherfucker wasn't gonna make it back.
That nigga is dangerous. But his cookies, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Shit.
I thought it was just mine. This guy is dumb. He pees on himself. Like he's peeing on his leg. Like, bro, that's your own leg.
He just don't know how to lift up his leg. You see? He left. He's like, oh shit, he's peeing on the floor now. That's your floor. But yeah, Ray, what's your rating on the show you haven't watched yet?
How are you gonna give me? How am I rated? Just by the monologue, I'm gonna give it a nice good 6.5.
All right.
I've watched the show, so I can't give it anything more. Just based off the monologue, I'm gonna
And
give
your
it 6.5.
expectations of this episode is a 6.5.
Yeah.
I give this a 7.5.
I'll give it whatever the fuck I gave it last week. And not a penny more.
There you go.
But yeah.
So, tune in next week. We'll have a more clear and concise show because we're only going to be reviewing Terrifier 3, Penguin,
Judgment Day.
Agatha,
Oh.
and Legends of Vox Machina, probably.
Word.
Just those 4.
And Ray would watch one of them.
I definitely watching Terrifier 3. I definitely will be in a different location. So yeah, we'll see how this is gonna go. So
Wait, you're not gonna be here next week?
I'm gonna be somewhere else, but I'll still be
You're
on
gonna be traveling.
the podcast. I'm gonna just be somewhere else.
You're gonna be on the record.
Yeah.
But yeah. And on that note, ladies, well, tell them tomorrow, Ray.
Okay, so we are going to be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. as we'll be live with Knucklehead Sports, as we'll be talking week 5 of the NFL season, talking the fallout from this weekend's UFC event, and so much more. Thursday, we are back with Wrestling with Knuckleheads, as we'll be talking the fallout from Bad Blood, as well as previewing Wrestle Dream, because apparently there's a pay-per-view this weekend. Who the fuck knew? And then Friday, we are live with the Toe in the Show with Ray and Gigi. Yes, the show has a new title now and new graphics. So definitely come through. We're going to have a good time and have some drinks and have a good laugh. So come in Friday.
Word. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is your friendly neighborhood Knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.
Doses.
I don't know how that